in this Quran which relate to incidents that took place in that blessed land. You read Surah Maryam. كافها يا عين صاد ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا. Allah talks about Hazrat Zakaria alayhi salam. Allah talks about Hazrat Yahya alayhi salam. And there are many verses of the Quran which relate to these people and their lives. Where was Hazrat Zakaria and Yahya alayhi salam from? The land of Jerusalem. Hazrat Zakaria alayhi salam had become old. His hair had become grey. He was desperately in need of a child. His wife was barren. She couldn't give birth to a child. This is the land where Hazrat Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam made the dua. إِذْ نَادَى رَبَّهُ نِدَاءً خَفِيًّا قَالَ رَبِّ إِنِّي وَهَنَ الْعَظْمُ مِنِّي وَاشْتَعَلَ الرَّأْسُ شَيْبًا وَلَمْ أَكُنْ بِدُعَائِكَ رَبِّي شَقِيًّا وَإِنِّي خِفْتُ الْمَوَالِيَ مِنْ وَرَائِي وَكَانَتِ امْرَأَتِي آخِرَةً فَهَبْ لِي مِنْ لَدُنْكَ وَلِيًّا. In which Hazrat Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam called upon to Allah. Oh Allah, my bones have become weak and grown feeble. Oh Allah, the color of my hair has become grey. Oh Allah, I have never been unblessed in my invocation to you. Oh Allah, inni khiftu al-mawaliya min wara'i. I fear my relatives after me. Oh Allah, my wife is barren. She cannot give birth to a child. Oh Allah, you are the one that gives everyone children. Even if my wife is barren, oh Allah, you have the power to give me a child. فَهَبْ لِي مِن لَدُنْكَ وَلِيًّا. Oh Allah, give me on your behalf a heir which will inherit me and inherit the posterity of Yaqub. Oh Allah, making one that you are pleased with. This is the land in which he made this dua. And this is the land in which the dua was accepted. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called out, يا زكريا إِنَّا نُبَشِّرُكَ بِغُلَامٍ اسْمُهُ يَحْيَى لَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ مِنْ قَبْلُ سَمِيًّا. O Zakaria, your wife could not give birth to a child. We will give you a child. We give you glad tidings of a child whose name will be Yahya. It is such a name that we have given to none other before this. As Zakaria and as Yahya alayhi salam lay buried in this blessed land. You've heard of a woman called Maryam. Hazrat Maryam alayhi salam was the woman, as the Quran says, Ya Maryam, inna Allah astafaki wa tahharaki wa astafaki ala nisa'il alameen. She was the woman that was chosen above all women of her time. Allah says, O Maryam, Allah has chosen you, and Allah has purified you, and Allah has given superiority to Maryam alayhi salam over all the women of the alameen. Where was Hazrat Maryam alayhi salam born? Hazrat Maryam alayhi salatu was born in the land of Jerusalem. The Quran says, إذ قالت امرأة إمران رب إني نذرت لك ما في بطني محررا فتقبل مني إنك أنت السميع العليم فلما وضعتها قالت رب إني وضعتها أنثى والله أعلم بما وضعت وليس الذكر كالأنثى. All these verses happen in the land of Palestine, in the land of Jerusalem. Hazrat Maryam alayhi salatu wasalam, she was born in Jerusalem. Her mother, the wife of Imran, she couldn't give birth. She desperately wanted a child. So she took a vow and she said, Oh Allah, if you give me a child, then I will dedicate this child to your service. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answered her prayer. And she was anticipating that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give her a boy which will make khidmat of Baytul Maqdis. Wallahu a'lamu bima wada'at. And when she gave birth to a girl, she said, Oh Allah, look, I've given birth to a girl. And Allah knew what she'd given birth to. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted this child. And Allah made this child grow in a beautiful manner. When this child was in the care of Hazrat Zakaria alayhi salam, and Hazrat Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam would come with food, he would find that this child already has fruit. And when he would see what Allah had provided for her, he would see that there were fruits of winter in summer, and he would find fruits of summer in winter, and he would ask Maryam, Ya Maryam, anna laki hadha? O Maryam, where has all this come from? And she would say, this has come from the Almighty Allah. Allah gives to whom He wills, and Allah gives without any restrictions. All this happened in the land of Jerusalem. She was the mother of Isa alayhi salam. Where did she give birth to Isa alayhi salam? in Baytul Lahm, in Bethlehem, a few miles away from Jerusalem. The verses of the Quran, فَأَجَاءَ الْمَخَاض إِلَى جِزْءِ النَّخْلَةِ قَالَتْ يَا لَيْتَنِي مِتُّ قَبْلَ هَذَا وَكُنْتُ نَسْيًا مَنْسِيًّا فَنَادَاهَا مِنْ تَحْتِهَا أَلَّا تَحْزَنِي قَدْ جَعَلَ رَبُّكِ تَحْتَكِ سَرِيًّا. All these verses that took place in the land of Palestine. When they accused her of adultery, and Hazrat Isa ﷺ spoke as a child in a cradle. Where did Hazrat Isa ﷺ speak as a child in a cradle? In that blessed land. This was the land where Hazrat Isa ﷺ said, إِنِّي عَبْدُ اللَّهِ آتَانِيَ الْكِتَابَ وَجَعَلَنِي نَبِيًّا وَجَعَلَنِي مُبَارَكًا أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُ وَأَوْصَانِي بِالصَّلَاةِ وَالزَّكَاةِ لِمَا دُمْتُ حَيًّا. Why did Hazrat Isa ﷺ make figures of a bird from clay and then blow inside it and it would become alive? Why did he cure the lepers? Why did he cure those born blind? Why would he inform them of what they had eaten and what they had stored? All in this blessed land. Why did the tablecloth descend from heaven between two clouds, which over 1,000 people ate from? And whoever ate from this, whichever illness that he was suffering from, he was cured. It came down in the land of Jerusalem. Hazrat Dawood alayhi salam, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam. Where were they? They were in the land of Jerusalem. They are buried in the land of Jerusalem. Where did Hazrat Dawood praise Allah in such a beautiful voice that even the mountains would glorify Allah with him? The birds would glorify Allah with him. Where would Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam speak to the animals in their languages? Where did the winds carry Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salatu wasalam from to wherever he wished? Where were the jinns and the shayateen subjected to Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam, and they would make pots to great palaces for him? All in the land of Jerusalem. Where did Sulaiman build Masjid-e-Aqsa? In the land of Jerusalem. Where did Hazrat Lut alayhi salatu wasalam migrate to? Hazrat Lut alayhi salam migrated to a place called Sodom, which today is located, today the Dead Sea is in that place. This is where Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam took them all in his wing and then flung them down and killed them all. Where did Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam migrate to? To this blessed land. Where is Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wasalam? Where is Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam buried? In Hebron, in Masjid-e-Khalil. With him is his wife Hazrat Sarah. There is Hazrat Ishaq alayhi salam buried there. Next to Hazrat Ishaq alayhi salam is his wife, Riqa. Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam is buried there. Not too far from Hebron, in a place called Sa'ir, Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wasalam is buried there, another prophet of Allah. Where did Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam desire to be buried? He desired to be buried in Jerusalem. And there Muqaddasi says that he is buried in Jericho in Palestine, not too far from Jerusalem. Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam, he desired to be buried, and this is the wasiyah that he made before he died, that he